Hello there, and welcome back to Hydroponics Daily, your go-to podcast for everything soilless cultivation. I'm your host, Dr. Russell Sharp, the founder of Utrema Limited. We manufacture really completely unique fertilizers, biostimulants, and biopesticides. So check it out on utrema.co.uk while you're listening to this podcast. On a previous episode of Hydroponics Daily, I talked about artificially flavored hydroponic crops and how some people who are on the sort of organic side of vegetables and don't know what they're talking about, but have a big mouth, often say that hydroponic crops are artificially flavored. And they are not, despite what people may think. And I was thinking about this on the way to work today because I was listening to a podcast, not my podcast, the Rock and Roll Football podcast, one of my favourite ones with Matt Ford and Matt Dyson on Absolute Radio. And they always talk about food. They have terrible diets and just absolute, they have such bad diets, they often get gout. Yeah, that's not even a joke. And one of the foods they were talking about today was cotton candy and cotton candy grapes and how it was a good alternative to a sweet treat, even though grapes themselves are a sweet treat. And I was like, cotton candy grapes. And one of the presenters, Matt Dyson, was saying that they really do taste of cotton candy, these grapes. They're one of the few hyped foods that live up to the hype. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Are they artificially flavored? And I thought I'll do some digging into this and do a podcast episode about it. So was I wrong about artificially flavored fruits? And it turns out I was not. These are not unnaturally flavored fruits. They are naturally flavored, and you can get candy floss, or don't call them candy floss, do you? In America, it's cotton candy, yes, but in the UK we call it candy floss, and in other countries they have lots of different names for it. I think my favourite is Turkey, where I think they call it grandma's beard or something, or grandma's hair. In Spain, it's granddad's beard. In Turkey, it's grandma's hair, and that's funny because my kids, my mum has had pink hair, and so they would definitely associate cotton candy with grandma's hair. So that's funny. So that's by the by. Cotton candy grapes. Where do they come from? How are they made? How do they get their unique flavored? It's not genetic modification. They are traditionally plant bred. So who created it? It was developed by International Fruit Genetics, IFG, a breeding company in California, led by horticulturalist David Cain. And he used natural cross-pollination, took the pollen from one grape, manually pollinated it with another, and grew thousands of the resulting seedlings. And that's difficult on grapes because it is a woody perennial, which means it takes a few years to flower. So this is a long process that takes over a decade to produce plants. Once he's got those seedlings, each seedling produces grapes with slightly different flavours, and him and his team then tasted and evaluated them over many years, selecting only the vines that had unusually strong, sweet, vanilla-like flavour. It's got to be vanilla for cotton candy, and the aroma that people associated with cotton candy. It's got to have good texture, size, and growing reliability. So there's a lot of time, a lot of money that went into the production of these over a decade, from the initial crosses to commercial release. I think they must have had known that some grapes every now and again came out with a slight cotton candy taste, so that they could think, well, can we actually increase this by breeding that genetics to make it more powerful? You can only work with the genes that you've got there, though. So if the genes aren't there for cotton candy to begin with, then you can't breed it. You can't breed a banana that tastes like a potato, or a potato that tastes like a strawberry, because the genes aren't there. So no genes were inserted in a lab. The flavour comes from natural flavour compounds known as ethyl maltol, and they're concentrated through selective breeding. Interestingly, not valine, which is the chemical that produces vanilla-like flavour in vanilla. So in short, cotton candy results from patient old-school breeding combining with modern flavours. Oh, I'm just getting a phone call. Let me stop the recording there. So it was Jake phoning me. He's been locked out of the factory. We're not recording this on Christmas Day. Even though I am a bit of an Ebenezer Scrooge, recording it a few days before. He doesn't know anything about horticulture. He's not a horticulturalist. He works in the factory. Jake, have you tried cotton candy grapes? Yes. Oh, so I haven't. So Jake, Did they taste like cotton candy?
Not really.
No.
No.
So I heard that they did taste like cotton candy. So would you buy them again?
Nah, stick with normal.
Stick with normal grapes. There you have it. The taste test by Jake from Daventry says that cotton candy grapes don't live up to the hype. So there you go. One person says it does, one person says it doesn't. And it's not just grapes that people are trying to attempt this with. We're also looking at strawberries. There's a number of research projects looking at strawberries. I heard once that you used to get strawberries in loads of different flavours. You used to be able to get like pineapple strawberries and things like this, but we lost the genetics and now we only get strawberry flavoured strawberries. There is a researcher looking to breed specifically for flavour. Often plant breeders are breeding for yield and pest and disease resistance, but there's others. So in Florida, we've got Mark Porter, and he's leading a novel research project, and his faculty advisors, I think it's a PhD project, and they're looking at this strawberry breeding for flavour at the University of Florida College of Agriculture and Life Science. They tasted more than 5,000 strawberries during their 2 growing seasons and scored the fruit on a scale of 1 to 5 for flavour, sweetness, and sourness. Now, you might think you don't want sourness, but sourness and sweetness together, it's often a common flavour characteristic that's neglected. So to find the flavour genes, they'd examine the whole genome of a strawberry, which has over 100,000 genes, and they're using this to select genes. Scientists found genes controlling peachy and caramel aromas that strawberry consumers prefer, and developed DNA tests to rapidly identify those genes. So you could screen the crossbred plants, the seeds, the plants that germinated from those crosses much faster. And so potentially this could lead to lots of different new flavours of strawberry or better flavoured strawberries as well. Obviously, it will require some very good marketing people to come up with the names of these new varieties and flavour profiles, because cotton candy grapes is a great marketing coup. So if you can think of a good peachy strawberry, Princess Peach strawberries, there you go, and caramel chaos or something like that, then yeah, then these could be on the shelves of a supermarket soon, or you could be able to get those plants and grow them in your hydroponic strawberry setup, sort of high value strawberries. Obviously, people have bred the white strawberries, and these are very, very expensive strawberries compared to the red ones. Obviously, the taste not very different, and there is a vertical farm company, can't think of the name of it, that are very successful growing high value strawberries. They have carved out that niche, and everyone tries to get into that niche, but they've got good moats around their niche that so far no one else has been able to get into. What is the name of that company that does hydroponic strawberries? Is it Eoshi or something like that? Premium hydroponic strawberries. I'll give myself 10 seconds to find it and see if I can find it. No, can't find it. Oh, the first thing. Oh, yeah, I found it. Oyoshi. Oishii. They're the market leaders in vertical farmed premium strawberries in their plastic packaging, unfortunately. So yeah, that's been Hydroponics Daily for today. Novel flavoured fruit and veg or certainly fruit that has not come from artificial flavourings. Thank you very much for listening. If you found this at all interesting, please leave an Apple podcast review. Helps us share the topic of hydroponics with a much wider horticultural community. If you're not on Apple Podcasts, don't bother leaving a review. Just click follow to make sure you don't miss an episode, and check out utrema.co.uk for your premium fertilizers, biostimulants and biopesticides that you will not find anywhere else, because it's complete unique technology. Invented by myself and made by great guys in our units here in Daventry, like Jake, who was on the podcast earlier. Thank you very much for listening, and until tomorrow, goodbye.